Alright, y'all, jumping right into this video. We are going to take a puff pastry. I got this at my local grocery store. It's actually in the freezer section. It comes in a pack of 2. And you're just going to spread that so that it can defrost. You're supposed to take it out and defrost it right when you're about to use it. Then I'm going to take some parchment paper and just lay that out on my pan. So now you see I have my butternut squash. I'm going to take a little grapeseed oil and just toss those in the grapeseed oil. So the next thing I'm going to be taking is some Mrs. Dash. Can't get it out. Then I'm going to take some onion powder, garlic powder, and I'm about to change the game real quick with white pepper. Now you guys, white pepper is something that adds just a subtle smoky hint to anything that you add it to. And here I'm taking a little cracked salt and cracked black pepper. Now I'm just going to give all of that a good stir, a good tossing, just to get all those seasonings over every butternut squash evenly. And here you're gonna see me add some crushed red pepper flakes. I only added a little. Be careful with this because crushed red pepper flakes really add some heat. And that last seasoning was just a little Italian seasoning. I like the way Italian seasoning tastes. It gives everything a peculiar taste. And as you can see here, everything is fully coated and ready for the oven. So now I'm just going to spread it on the pan, on the parchment paper. You guys, parchment paper is a big step in this because you're going to be roasting these. And so you kind of want something that's going to uphold in the oven for roasting. Wax paper burns, and aluminum foil, it kind of causes it to stick. So your best route and your best bet is to get parchment paper. And like I said, parchment paper can be found at your local grocery store. I happen to find mine at Walmart, as you can see. So it's kind of hard to find. It really is. So if you manage to get your hands on some, get it. Here you can see they are ready for the oven. Yes, sweetie. Look at that. Look at that seasoning. Okay, so jumping right into the next dish, I'm going to start cutting the onions. I am not a professional cutter. I'm not a professional chef. I cut things the best way that's for me. So don't look at the video and be like, oh my God, girl, how are you cutting? I am cutting the best way for me. Okay, so yeah, a little disclaimer. Please don't come at me about the way I cut. Yeah. And every time I lift my arm, I'm wiping away tears. I literally hate cutting onions. They always make me cry. And yeah, I cried this entire time. So every time you see me lift my arm, I'm wiping away tears. Like, it's actually ridiculous. Now, I'm chopping the onions really fine because they're going in, the sauce, and I don't want to bite into big hunks of onion. I don't know, I'm not a fan. So I would rather them be, fine and small, as you can see that they are. So now I'm going to prepare my fish. So you guys, trial and error when you're cooking, whatever. I totally I miscalculated how I was going to do this with this type of fish. The recipe is much better with fish that's maybe, got from the seafood section in the store, but this was a lot flatter and I had to skin it myself. So yeah. I chose not to show that part because, y'all, that was a hot mess. So now I'm just seasoning my fish. This is salmon. And I'm taking basically the same seasonings that I always do. Salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, white pepper, and a little grapeseed oil just to coat them in. Here is here are the butternut squash. They're not quite ready. Here I'm sprinkling a little sage on them. Now you guys, sage is something that brings out like some really good flavors of the butternut squash. So if you don't have sage in your pantry, it may be something you want to invest in. So I'm just going to put those back into the oven. Moving on to the star. Like, really like the star of the dish. Like, this is everything right now. Like, what I'm about to do is the star of the dish. So here I'm just going to melt some butter. That's about 2 tablespoons of butter. Get it nice and melted and it starts to sizzle, and then you want to add in some minced garlic. That is 2 tablespoons of minced garlic. I love garlic, so I tend to go ham. If you're not a garlic person, then you don't have to put much. Here, after I've got that garlic cooking a little bit, mind you all, this is sped up a bit. The garlic was cooking, beginning to brown, and then I added the onion. So now I'm going to saute both of those until they become fragrant, and the scent that you're gonna smell from this, it's gonna smell so good. As you can see, I had to get y'all right because I felt like y'all were too far away and you couldn't see the goodness. Like, look at it. Alright y'all, look at the butternut squash. Alright guys, you see that those onions are becoming flagrant, so now I'm going to go in with my spinach. I actually chopped my spinach because I don't like it. It's just too big. I don't like to bite into long pieces of spinach. I like for it to be bite-sized. So I'm just going to mix all this together. Now everyone knows how quickly spinach cooks down. So in a second it's probably going to look like I didn't put nothing in here. So I'm gonna go in. I'm actually gonna zoom out and then I'm gonna zoom right back in. Don't ask me, y'all, I have no idea. So I'm gonna zoom out. I'm just adding a little salt and pepper just to season the spinach in the dish. Then I'm gonna give that a good tossing. Get all of the flavor in the skillet coated. I want the spinach coated with onion. I want the spinach coated with garlic. I want everything coated. I want everything mixed perfectly. Okay guys, that's looking very well mixed. So now I'm going to add some breadcrumbs. These are just Japanese style breadcrumbs. And I'm going to add some cream cheese. And then I'm going to add some mozzarella cheese. Now this is Parmesan cheese. This is shredded Parmesan cheese actually, and it's I don't know, I prefer shredded Parmesan over grated, just because you can taste it a little more. So now this is where the work comes in. Your job is to get all of this mixed in perfectly. And the kicker, a little dill. So your job is to get this mixed in perfectly. You're gonna see like such a transformation of me just stirring it. So let's just let you watch me stir it. So we can get it all incorporated and get everything mixed in perfectly. Y'all know me, I'm a perfectionist. Look at how well it's coming together. Like, it's ooey, it's gooey, it just looks really good. It looks really freaking good. Here I'm actually gonna add a little more cream cheese because it wasn't gooey enough for me. Oops. But if it's to your liking, then you don't have to add any more. Me, I just wanted a little more because I wanted it to be a little more creamy for my liking. Alright guys, so this is looking pretty good. It's looking to my liking. And now it is time to transfer and put it over on the fish. So as you can see, I have that puff pastry stretched out on a cutting board. You're actually supposed to take this out about 30 to 40 minutes before you start cooking so that it can defrost. Here I'm adding my first piece of flat fish. You guys, this was such a trial and error freaking recipe for me. Like, I was literally just doing this, just winging it, and you know, it's trial and error. You find out what works, you find out what doesn't work, and yeah. But all in all, overall, the recipe came out really well. But you're gonna see me make a few tweaks here and there just to get it to the position and the everything that I like it. Now I'm going to take the top piece of fish. So here's another tweak. As you can see, the two pieces of fish are not the same size. I don't know what happened, but we gonna make it work. Okay, so what I did is I placed that smaller fish on top in the middle, and then we're just gonna put my mixture all over it. Okay, and then yeah, so just watch how I make this work, y'all, because I was really getting discouraged at this point. I was like, it looks ugly, like it's not appealing, but it's okay. Okay, don't get discouraged. So now it's time to wrap it. Yeah, okay. Y'all, it was way too big. So I had to cut it in half. So I kind of cut the tail portion of that fish off. And yeah, so now I'm just folding the pastry mix because I finally got everything together. So I'm folding the pastry mix, and as you can see, I'm very heavy-handed, and so I've cut through the freaking pastry mix already. But trust me, y'all, it's okay. It is okay. Okay? So now that I have that all folded up and everything, I'm going to take on some egg wash and just wash that dough with the egg wash. This helps it to rise and, you know, just rise beautifully. And you're going to see how beautifully it rises. Look at that cut, y'all. That's why I said it's all about trial and error, imperfections. It's okay. Everything is okay. So this was like probably the hardest part. Like scoring or searing the top. It was harder for me because I already had a slit in mine, and so every time I went over to that area, I kind of just made a horrible bigger mess, as you can see. But as you can tell how the slits and the lines are supposed to be, it's supposed to be in like a pattern so that it cooks that way and bakes and opens up that way. So I kind of just continue to just run my knife along the top of it just to add some more lines. And then I'm going to take some more of the egg wash and literally drench the top of it. Now it's time to transfer it to my pan. Y'all, this was the heaviest. It was so heavy. I stuffed it to death. And here we are, ready for the oven. We are about halfway through right here, and I just want y'all to see that goodness. Look at it. Look at it. And here is the finished product. I think it turned out beautifully. Like, just look at it. It looks beautiful to me. So now I'm just gonna try to like cut it in like slices so that you all can see the goodness of the inside and the good stuffness. Okay, so let's just wait for this. Okay, are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? I don't even think y'all are ready right now. Yeah, that's right, girl. Zoom in. Ooh. Look at those layers. Look at that fish. Everything just looks beautifully put together. Beautifully put together. And I also say my fish wasn't dry. My fish was very moist. And yeah. And that's it, you guys. That is the finished product. This is the finished product on the plate, including the butternut squash. As y'all can see, those butternut squash are seasoned to perfection. And the layers in the dish, the layers of fish, the layers, it all just comes together. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I know y'all have been waiting on me to do cooking videos for so long, and this is only the beginning. I'm only going to get better. This is my first cooking tutorial, my first cooking video. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope that, you know, if you try this dish, you enjoy it. If you try this dish, you know, mention me, let me know, let me see it, let me know how it tasted to you, and, you know, keep me involved, you guys. Like, I want to know if you tried the dish or not. Let me know if you like it. Comment, subscribe, thumbs up this video. Please, 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 please. And once again, thank you for watching my video, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, you guys. Toodles.